Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another free session on Botany Insider. So, we'll be discussing previous year questions related to the old papers, right? हम जून 2024 के questions को continue करेंगे, right? Let everyone join in and then we'll start. Good afternoon, Piali. Good afternoon to other students as well. Let's begin. Okay, so we had an all in one course जो हमने 15th of July को start किया था for the December 2025 examination. ये एक all in one course है जिसके अंदर live plus recorded classes आपको provide कराई जाएगी. The complete syllabus will be taken into consideration and your general aptitude, right? Hard copy notes आपके घर deliver कराए जाएंगे. Then 12 plus 1 13 months access for the course will be provided, right? और हम हर क्लास के अंदर previous year question papers को भी target out करेंगे. And those of you who are asking about the mnemonics, so हमने एक पूरा PDF curate किया है specifically for the mnemonics of the CSIR net. So if you are giving the examination on the 28th of July, this particular course will give you the entire information or it will give you the entire idea about हर unit के mnemonics, जो भी कुछ important या tricky topics होते हैं जो you are not able to remember or you are not able to recall in the examination quickly, so ये mnemonics and formula sheet आपको help करेगा, right? I'll just give you the direct link for the same. So if anyone who's interested in purchasing it, आप ये directly इस particular link के through purchase कर सकते हैं. It's available just for 99. I have kept the pricing so that students take up the course seriously, right? Otherwise, if it is given for free, no one takes it seriously and you will be just downloading and keep it and you will be just keeping it for yourself. Otherwise, अगर आप कुछ अमाउंट पे करेंगे, आप उसको सीरियसली भी लेंगे और आप उसको यूज़ करेंगे अपनी प्रेपरेशन के लिए, राइट? टुडे इज़ 19th, एग्जामिनेशन 28th को है, सो यू हैव 9 days लेफ्ट फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन. सो ये पूरा निमोनिक्स आप इजीली एक दिन में या उससे भी कम में, इसमें 50 पेजेस हैं, आप इसको बहुत इजीली कवर अप कर सकते हैं एंड यू विल बी एबल टू रिमेंबर ऑल द थिंग्स प्रॉपरली, राइट? इन एडिशन वी हैव आवर ओन बुक्स. सो वी हैव अ नोट्स बुकलेट्स जिसके अंदर यूनिट नंबर 1 से लेके 13 तक सारी की सारी यूनिट्स को हमने प्रॉपर क्यूरेट किया है 2 बुकलेट्स के अंदर, और एक प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर की बुक है. एंड वी हैव अ नंबर ऑफ कंटेंट कमिंग अप as and when we hit 20K we'll be launching it, so wait for those books as well. Otherwise ये notes booklets available हैं जो आप purchase कर सकते हैं directly हमारे इस WhatsApp नंबर के थ्रू, या आप हमारी वेबसाइट डाउनलोड कर कर भी कोर्स परचेज कर सकते हैं, राइट? दीज आर अबाउट आर कंटेंट्स. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द क्वेश्चंस. हम किस तरीके से अपनी क्लास को प्रोसीड फॉरवर्ड करते हैं प्रीवियस ईयर्स की. सो यू गेट द क्वेश्चंस, वी सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन एंड देन वी अंडरस्टैंड द एंटायर क्वेश्चन अबाउट इट, और उसके बाद in every class we have a target of solving at least 15 questions, और उसके बाद हम मार्किंग भी देखते हैं कि किस स्टूडेंट ने हाईएस्ट स्कोर किया. ओके, सो स्टे ट्यून्ड टिल द एंड ऑफ द क्लास एंड देन यू विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आपकी लेवल ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग कितनी है प्रेपरेशन के लिए, राइट? सो क्वेश्चन इज विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्टिविटी इज एसोसिएटेड विद द माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एसोसिएटेड ER मेम्ब्रेन. जो माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया एसोसिएटेड ER मेम्ब्रेन्स होती हैं जिन्हें हम एब्रीवेट करते हैं लाइक MAM. सो क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग यू कौन सी एक्टिविटी इस चीज़ के साथ एसोसिएटेड होती है, राइट? फर्स्ट वन इज प्रोटीन glycosylation, second is ATP synthesis, third is phospholipid metabolism, last is iron sulfur cluster assembly. 4 options हैं: protein glycosylation, ATP synthesis, phospholipid metabolism and iron sulfur cluster assembly. कौन सी एक्टिविटी इन स्पेसिफिक मेम्ब्रेन्स के साथ एसोसिएटेड होती है? मार्क द क्वेश्चन एवरीवन. मेक श्योर ये 2 मार्कर क्वेश्चन है और आप 2 marks इस क्वेश्चन को. If you get the question correct, you give yourself 2 marks. Try it out. Easy question. Make sure आप क्वेश्चन को पहले रीड करें, right? Even if you know the answer, I would still want you to invest at least 10 to 12 seconds in reading the question properly. Which of the following activities is associated with mitochondria associated ER membranes? Protein glycosylation, ATP synthesis, phospholipid metabolism and iron sulfur cluster assembly. Very good. Let's see. So first is protein glycosylation. क्या mitochondria associated ER membranes protein glycosylation से associated होती हैं? Maybe. Then ATP synthesis, phospholipid metabolism and last one is iron sulfur cluster assembly. So which of the following is associated with it? Majorly it is your ATP phospholipid metabolism. ATP की synthesis यहाँ से associated नहीं होगी. Protein glycosylation no, iron sulfur clusters no, so answer will be option number 3. Those of you who marked the answer as 3, give yourself +2 और अगर आपका negative हुआ, give yourself -0.5, right? And BuzzNet because आपने पहले 3 mark किया and then 2 mark किया, I would want you to give yourself a 0.5 negative because exam के अंदर कभी भी answer को change करने का option नहीं होता, right? So you never get an option of changing the answer. अगर आपने सही mark पहले किया था, you should have been confident about it, okay? Answer for this is option number 3, the phospholipid metabolism. Clear everyone, right? One more question. Animal cells के अंदर which of the following organelle is only provided by the sperm to the oocyte following the fertilization, right? Animal cell के अंदर कौन सा organelle provide कराया जाएगा by the sperm to the oocyte following the fertilization? Nucleolus, peroxisome, mitochondria, centriole. What is the answer for this? Try this everyone. Which of the following is provided by the sperm to the oocyte? Sperm oocyte को क्या source in कराता है? Try this. Quickly mark it. Nucleolus, peroxisomes, mitochondria and centrioles. Yes, we have done this yesterday. Answer for this is centriole. So just give yourself 2 marks for the same, right? Okay, let's do part C questions. Long format questions करते हैं अब. ये भी करा था हमने कल. Okay, this was also done. ये भी complete किया था. This was also done. Okay, ये वाला question solve out करते हैं about the different patterns of sequence evolution. Following statement describes the different pattern of your sequence evolution. Which of the following is not true about the sequence evolution under the purifying selection? Purifying selection के अंदर कौन सा statement true नहीं है about the sequence evolution? Try this everyone. Most non-synonymous mutations are selected against, then synonymous mutations can accumulate. The ratio of non-synonymous to synonymous is high, and then the non-synonymous sites accumulate mutations at higher rate. Mark this, then we'll do it together. Let's see. Question is, statements is given to us about the different pattern of sequence evolution. So we have to find out which of the following is not true in terms of the purifying selection. None of you have marked the answer. Why? Which of the following is not true? So इस क्वेश्चन को पहले यहाँ से समझने की कोशिश करते हैं, because many of you didn't mark the answer. So see, A and B, two statements are correct. First and second are the correct one. Why are they correct? Let's understand. So first thing first, non-synonymous mutations lead to change in the amino acid sequence. So जो non वाली होती है, ये amino acid का sequence change करती है, right? Which can disrupt the protein function. So it is going to disrupt the protein function, right? First thing, right? So that's why they are deleterious and they are often selected against the natural selection, right? Then second is this other one, which what it leads to, it does not lead to any change in the protein sequence, and they are generally considered neutral, right, with respect to the natural selection. So they accumulate with time. This other one is deleterious, so it does not get accumulated with time because it is not getting, or it is working against your natural selection, hence it does not get accumulated. So the second one, the normal one, which is not changing the amino acid sequence, will be getting accumulated, right? So this can get accumulated without being subject to any selective pressure as the non-synonymous one. Therefore there is a higher rate of accumulation for the synonymous in the comparison to the non one. They can accumulate, yeah. So in terms of the purifying selection, this is a bit wrong question. Just give me 1 minute. Let me check this question. I think there is some problem in the question. Okay, it's a type of a mutation that eliminates the deleterious mutations. But still not true. It is the one that eliminates the deleterious one. Okay, so this can accumulate because it is not true. Elimination of the deleterious ones. So mutation, if it is accumulating, it is the wrong one. They are selected against. Shouldn't the answer be C and D? The ratio is higher. Okay, I'll check this question because according to me the answer should be, yes, sorry, the answer is C and D only. Correct, correct. A and B are the wrong statements. This is a, because purifying selection causes the elimination of the deleterious characters. That's a correct thing. That is the statement for it. We have to find out the not true statement in these terms. So synonymous mutations can accumulate is a correct statement, but we had to find out the wrong one. So this is the wrong one in terms of this. So B cannot be in the answer, and same A cannot be in the answer. Answer is option number D. 2 is the answer. Okay, I read the question wrongly. I marked A and B in terms of the true statement. Correct now. B is the answer for the question. Purifying selection. B is right, D should be wrong. Non-synonymous sites can accumulate. Okay. Accumulate mutation. You are correct. I have to check this question because non-synonymous does not mutate. It does not get accumulated. I'll check this question. Just give me 2 minutes. I'll check it afterwards. You try out the other question. We'll try. Okay, try this. Which of the following options given below includes all that are found in the Indian subcontinent? Yes, Shiv, I am checking the question. You try out this one. Try this question. Which of the following options below include the habitat that are all found in the Indian subcontinent? Where do we find, or which all different habitats do we find in the Indian subcontinent? I'll check that question. I have to read about that question more. You try this till then. Which of the following options given below, which all habitats are found in the Indian subcontinent? Try this. Done? Okay, only 2 of you are marking the answer. Why? Others have not learned this, or what's the problem? Not in a mood to study? Okay, we'll have lesser questions then. Which of the following options given below, where do we see all the found habitats in the Indian subcontinent? Boreal. Okay, both of you mark the answer as option 2. Yes, second is the answer. Temperate alluvial grassland, dry thorn forest, subtropical montane forest, all of these are found in the Indian subcontinent, right? So all of them are found in, remember the entire segment for the same, right? Okay, let's try this one. Which of the following components could possibly influence the membrane fluidity? Which of the following can possibly influence the membrane fluidity? Monomeric G proteins, peripheral membrane proteins, sphingolipids, phospholipid side chain saturation, and the cholesterol. Which of these can influence membrane fluidity? If you learn about the plasma membrane, there is a concept of membrane fluidity, and in the membrane fluidity we have this segment, right? So we have to mark down the answer accordingly. Try it out. Done? Which of the following could potentially influence the membrane fluidity? So the monomeric G proteins, peripheral membrane proteins, sphingolipids, phospholipid side chain saturation, and then the cholesterol. So what is the answer? Third is the answer for the question. You do not require, or there is no requirement of the monomeric G proteins and the peripheral membrane proteins for the membrane fluidity. Lipids and their saturation level influence it, and also the cholesterol, but the monomeric G proteins and the peripheral proteins does not influence it. So 3, 4, 5, third is the answer for the question. Easy question. Let's do one more question. Which of the following is a correct order of increasing biological organization? If I have to write down the biological organization, so what is the correct option, correct order for the same? Increasing of the biological organization. Mark this. Easy again. Very easy question. Question is, which of the following is the correct order of increasing biological organization? So from the lowest to the highest biological organization that we have. So population, then communities, then ecosystem, and then the biome. If you are getting wrong answer for this question, that means you need to revise in the things properly, right? Very easy question. Okay, try this particular question. The ratio of total protein content to the total RNA content was measured in the yeast cell in the log phase during the growth in the minimal media, and in the minimal media supplemented with the amino acid. In the latter case, the ratio of the protein to RNA increased dramatically. Which of the following is a correct information for the, or correct inference for this above information? Minimal media, the protein is degraded at higher rate. Amino acid supplemented culture, fewer ribosomes are simultaneously active on the single transcript. Minimal media, amino acid availability limits the protein translation to a greater extent, and then amino acid supplementation reduces the RNA synthesis to modification of the RNA polymerase 2. Try this. In the first scenario, you have the total ratio and all of these things measured in. In the second scenario, when I added on into the entire mixture with a cocktail of like mixture of amino acids, so the RNA to protein to RNA ratio increased, means protein to RNA ratio increased in, that means RNA's content decreased and protein content drastically increased. So overall the ratio increased in, right? When I divide something, a number with a lesser number or with a smaller number, the final answer is higher. So which of the following is a correct inference from the above information? Try this. Done? Okay, let's see. So the RNA ratio decreased and the protein ratio comparatively drastically increased in. So what is the likely reason for the same? Because it suggests that in the minimal media, limited amino acids were therein. It would lead to a lower RNA to protein ratio, protein to RNA ratio, but as and when the more amino acids were transformed, you had higher amount of the protein content being therein. So in the minimal medium, amino acid availability limits the protein translation to a greater extent than the transcription. So third is the answer for the same. Not a difficult question. Okay, let's do this one about the nomenclatural categories and their description. So homonym, tautonym, basionym and hemihomonym, right? So 4 X column, and over here you have the information for the same. Nomenclatural categories of homonym, tautonym, basionym and hemihomonym, 4 of the terms and their descriptions. Mark the answer for this, everyone. Mark this quickly. Done? Okay, so you have homonym, tautonym, basionym and hemihomonym. The categories of nomenclature and their descriptions are given to you. So let's see, the answer for this is very good, option number 4. So homonym is 2 or more specific or subspecific scientific names with the same spellings but for different nominal taxas. Then tautonym, binomial name contains same epithet for both the genus and species. Basionym, original name of the taxas, and hemihomonym is the one same binomial name given to a plant and an animal, right? Hemihomonym. So in the recent papers you are getting questions from lectotype, paratype, syntype, neotype, all these things, and also from this time from, and also this time in the June paper last year we got a question from this homonym, tautonym and all these things. So all these terminologies are also very very important, right? So make sure that you keep a note of all of these terminologies, because in the examination either in part B or in part C the question can be asked in, right? So I hope everything is clear to everyone till here. So how many questions did we discuss today? Yes, how many questions did we discuss? I think 10, no, not even, not 10, 8 or 7 questions if I'm not wrong, right? So just a reminder for you all about the PYQ and the mnemonics and the formula sheet. So if you are interested in purchasing this, you have this WhatsApp number in front of you. You can WhatsApp me on the number, it's given on the screen as well. So you can contact me personally and place your orders, or you have the link as well in the description box and over here as well. You can WhatsApp me this on this number for the link. You can download our application and get the link. Whatever is your requirement, you can do it accordingly and purchase it. Okay, 5 questions for 2 marks, for the 4 marks. So 5 question, 4 mark is 20 and 2 question for 2 mark is 4. So 24 marks. So what is your score? Both of you, Piali and Shiv, what's your score out of 24? Okay, let's see. 2 wrong. Okay, good evening Neetu. We are in the end of the class. We're done with the class today. Piali, why so many wrong questions? Shiv, how many marks? Okay, Piali, make sure that you are looking into your mistakes as well, right? Good evening Neetu. Right, so we are done with the class today. We'll have the further discussions in the next class tomorrow. I'll let you know the timing of the class, but I'll make sure that we have at least one live session tomorrow as well, a detailed revision for the same, right? No, Piali, I'm still here. I was just checking the internet connection. Yeah, class is ended in a way. Okay, Piali, very good. Okay, so tomorrow also I'll plan out at least one class for you all, right? So all the best, good luck, take care everyone. Let's meet in the next class. Okay, Neetu, if you have any specific doubts, you have the WhatsApp number in front of you, you can text me accordingly. Okay.